Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here's a number to remember. 2 billion. 2 billion future leaders are waiting for our judgment call. 2 billion young minds are looking at our teachings, our lessons, our guidance, our help to illuminate their path, our move, our direction, our choice of conduct. But we, as parents and guardians who work hard to put food on the table and support the family, can only do so much. The least that we can do is to put them in an environment that will nurture their natural inclinations towards positivity and goodness to benefit as many as possible. As protectors of their future, we must equip them with the best of early childhood education to ensure their self-confidence and self-esteem are kept in check as they traverse through the world in their lifetime. We must ensure that inshallah, as these young minds bloom, they can exchange ideas and cause impact to the world. And the key to do this is the mastery of the English language, as it is the language of the world. Most importantly, we must realize that the true potential of a human being can only be realized when he or she connects with his or her creator. Thus, a solid foundation in Islamic education will help kids to grow and love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, follow the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and benefit the world wheresoever they may go. Alhamdulillah, Brainy Bunch Islamic Montessori, the world's #1 brand in Islamic Montessori education, has paved the way to provide children an Islamic Montessori English-speaking environment for the last 11 years across over 100 campuses, starting from Malaysia to Singapore, Indonesia, Gaza, and most recently, Brunei Darussalam. And Alhamdulillah, as of today, we've impacted the lives of almost 10,000 children. But now, our dreams are bigger. We aim to educate millions, maybe even billions of children at a time. But we don't want to do it alone. We want to do it with you. We now offer you the opportunity to join us as franchisees of Bring Your Bunch Islamic Montessori, where you can directly impact and change the lives of children in your community for the better. Together, we can provide the best solution that the world will ever need, a good future led by good leaders of tomorrow. But these leaders need us now, as they are still the children of today. Together, we can develop the Ummah. Together, 2 billion future leaders and more will benefit from our efforts, inshallah. Amin ya Rab. Click the link below to join us in this effort. Jazakallahu khairan kathiran. See you later, inshallah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All praises be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful. Good evening and welcome to another FB Live. My name is Auntie Charisma, and of course, a special shout out to all the parents, students, teachers, and staff of Brainy Bunch who are here to listen to our sharing session today. I hope that we have comments coming in. Yes, I can see Auntie Alpha is here with us this evening. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. And Juanche Nurul Maria, thank you so much for being here, Madam Sierra. Ah, I can see a lot of you here. And our topic for this evening is very interesting. But you know that I will not be alone tonight because I am joined by one of our division managers all the way from Terengganu, none other than Auntie Nabiha.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. Good evening
Auntie Biha,
to
you
all.
please introduce
Alhamdulillah.
yourself
Thank
to
you, Auntie
our
Karisma.
viewers.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. And hello. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Auntie Karisma. And hello to everyone who is watching our live session tonight. Again, my name is Auntie Nabiha. I work in Brainy Bunch as a teacher for about 10 years now. I work at Setia Alam campus for about 9 months, and in 2014, I went back to Terengganu as campus manager. Okay, and now I am the one of the division manager of Brainy Bunch for East Coast campuses. For your information, we have a total of 5 campuses in Terengganu, Kelantan.
Okay, I think Auntie Bia's signal is like on and off. But yes, she is in Terengganu right now in our campus because I just found out that their area has no electricity for 2 nights already. So we are still happy that you can join us tonight. And let us give a shout out to our teachers from Bandar
Yes.
Tasik Putri, from Terengganu campus. Hello to all of you. Puan Aida, Puan Nur Farahani, and Fatin Amira. Auntie Biha, she said, Auntie Biha, love you. Wow. All right. So, our discussion tonight is a very interesting topic, and I know that most parents can relate to this. Our topic is how to spend quality time with your child. You know, life is, let's face it, we are all busy people. We barely notice the passing of days as we juggle our obligations in life and at work. Many parents are concerned about not spending enough time with their children and wonder if this may cause developmental problems. Some parents sense shame for choosing to work a full-time job or worry about going to the gym or going out to dinner with friends. Now, this fear is only increased by social media posts from stay-at-home parents who can take their children to the neighborhood zoo or practice the alphabet and colors with them. Right, Auntie Biha?
Okay.
I hope that Auntie
There
Biha
are
can hear
many
us. Yes?
enjoyable activities. Can you hear me, Auntie Karisma?
Okay, okay. Go.
There are many enjoyable you can with slowing down life's rapid pace to spend time with your children is enjoyable, useful, whether you have 1 minute, one an hour, or the full day. By expressing your love and affection for your child in these straightforward yet effective ways, you may strengthen your relationship with them.
Yes, and I know there will be a lot of questions regarding this topic. So let's go get on with this. And if you have any questions or comments, or you can share your experiences, please do not hesitate to type it at the comment box. Now, how much time does the average parent spend with their child? Our world in data estimates that the typical parent spends 150 minutes a day with their children. Even though parents might be busy, it's frequently the modest, everyday acts of kindness that have the greatest influence on a child. Spending quality time with your children might include anything from a secret handshake or listening to your new favorite song or teaching them how to construct a shadow puppet on the wall before bedtime. Now, here are some tips. We are going to give you some tips on how to spend quality time with your child. Now, the first tip that I can give you is wherever they are, you meet them. Take an interest in your child's interest and
Yes.
partake in them. Now, for example, they like to play basketball or shoot some hoops there, you can do it with them. You can even watch your child build their most recent Lego set and do it with them as well. Ask them to show you how to play their favorite video game and listen to their favorite song in the car on the way to school. I hope that you can listen to our Alphabet Fun song. Yes, your children will be really appreciative if you show interest in what they are currently into by randomly entering into their lives. So you need to put that interest also in what they are doing. Because when you do that, they will feel that, oh, my mom is also interested or my dad is interested in what I'm doing. So definitely they will be happy with that. Yes, Auntie Piha. What is our
Okay.
next tip?
Secondly is actually you must read. Yeah, you must read your favorite childhood books to your children. Read a chapter or even just a few pages of book with your children every day to show them the wonder of excellent storytelling. This is a wonderful way to unwind at the end of the day since it offers you both something to anticipate as you cuddle up quickly into another world to find out what happens to Chris. Choose character reads like Little Miss and Mr. Man books, which are sure to make your child chuckle at bedtime. If your child is not quite ready to dive into a chapter,
Yes, I think that's very important to read bedtime stories with your children because um, it also gives them a creative imagination, and
yeah,
that is one way of having a good bonding moment with your children. Now, you can also watch films and TV to tune in, sitting down next to your children on the couch to watch a fun movie or an episode of a TV show they're currently binge watching can be a simple way to connect with them. You might even hit the jackpot and discover a program you can watch together every day. To make your time together even more special, take it a step further by surprising your child with their preferred movie, candy, or a freshly popped popcorn. So make it a movie night. If you can make it a regular movie night, maybe like Friday movie night, something like that. So it gives them something to look forward to after a school week. So they will feel, oh, today is Friday, today is movie night. So it's better if you have that on a regular basis so that they can look up to that activity with you. Yes.
the next is you also can create a secret handshake together. There are times when life is so busy that parents and children almost ever interact. Okay, use a playful handshake to connect for a little moment while you say hello and goodbye. Any child can design a private handshake that only the two of you can use. Then stopping time for a moment to interact with your children, make them laugh, bump fists with them, and have a good time before going your own ways will be a snap.
That would be cool if we see parents, like before they send their children to our campus, they will do that
Stand,
handshake,
yeah,
signal
signal to
handshake,
salute.
or like secret handshake with their
Yeah,
children. And then, like when they separate ways,
mommy
they're still
love.
like, I feel uh that I want to have that bond with my dad, but then my dad is already old and I'm already old. How can we do secret handshake now? So for children, for parents who
Same
have
goes to me.
um small children, you can do this with them. Create your secret handshake, maybe different with mommy and different with daddy, right? Now, you can include time for bonding in your daily routine. When you're particularly short on time, a few minor adjustments can make the time you do have with your children even more meaningful. For example, make pancakes, for a dinner instead of breakfast. So something different, right? Like, oh, what are we having for dinner? Oh, pancakes. And then they will be like, what, pancakes is for morning, for breakfast? I mean, you can do that. It's like a special treat for them. Narrate bath time by giving their bath toys amusing new voices. For example, you can animate it or bring a flashlight to bed with you so you can create shadow puppets on the wall. Have a sit down coffee or hot chocolate date with your tiny companion rather than getting your coffee to go. So I think if you have a space at home, you have a beautiful garden, make use of that garden. Have your
Yes.
coffee and your child can have their hot chocolate. And just talk about, life itself. You will be surprised with what they can tell you. All right, let's go to our comments, Auntie B, huh? Because here you said, um, agreed, every Friday is our movie night, but end up the movie is the one that is watching us because everyone is asleep. Definitely. But then
Because tired
if you
already.
yes, what I do before when my children were still young and small, I will put the mattress outside and they already know that that is our movie time. So we will just be,
Oh.
like watching movie after movie
Mhm.
and we just sleep there. We don't even bother to go to our beds anymore. And then the next morning we'll be having a good breakfast or we go to Tasek to the park and to just walk around and go to the playground. As simple
That's
as that
interesting.
activity will really make your children love you even more. Yes.
Yes.
What is
Yes.
another good bonding activity, Auntie Bihan?
Okay. Another bonding activity is maybe to go camping. Okay,
Yeah.
nothing matches the peace of the forest as a setting for family bonding if you have the opportunity to go camping in the great outdoors. However, if a trip into wilderness is not in the cards, camping in the backyard or even in the living room may be just as much fun. Set up your sleeping bags, tell ghost stories, and look up at the stars while pitching a tent on the grass or creating a fort in the living room. Like you just now, Auntie Karisma. Okay, make s'mores and campfire food. If you have fire pit, roast marshmallows, playing with your children. Okay, during camping also can be used for teachable moments too. Okay, depending on the situation, use these fun sessions to teach values, for example, perseverance, resilience, and teamwork.
Okay. For
Teach
me,
your
what I
children,
can yes,
yeah,
go ahead.
teach your children the values that will guide them in life.
All right.
Yeah.
I think you need to speak a little bit louder because your voice is so soft.
Okay, sure.
All right. So also give your child the power to lead playtime. For me, if you have a movie night, maybe you can also have a day for play. So it's like a
Mhm,
game night. We have a lot of, different board games and different activities that you can play with your children. But
mhm,
since typically parents are the ones making all of the decision and setting up the rules and regulation, you need to inform your child that they can direct the playtime by deciding what you can do as a whole family. Giving them control will empower them and demonstrate that you value their ideas and opinions, whether it's making Play Doh, going to the neighborhood playground, or to zoom down a tunnel slide, participating in board or card games, it is their choice. So, for example, Friday night is movie night, make Thursday your game night, or make Wednesday your game night. And then let them decide what game do you want to play, like as a family. And with that, you will have a good bonding session with them, and you will also, encourage them to be confident in choosing the games. They can even, prepare the games for that week, for example. So it's something that they can look forward to as the movie night.
Yes. Okay. Agree with you, Auntie Karisma. But also, reinforce positive behavior is very important. For example, if your child completes his chores without your asking,
Mm.
acknowledge acknowledge them with words of appreciation. Even if you don't have the chance, do so until the next day. Positive reinforcement develops a child character and makes a child feel loved. So don't forget to say thank you to your child if they help you. You have to you have to give compliment to them, okay? And then they will happy if you say like that.
I remember my mom, when we do something good, her form of appreciation for us is she will be doing notes and she will post it
Oh,
on our door like letters. And
so cute.
that I think I passed it on to my children as well, because little notes like drawings when they're small, if
Mhm.
you're a busy parent, you will feel that, this is just a mess, like all these small
Yes,
papers that they give you is just a mess. For me, I keep it, and when I open my drawer, oh yeah, you gave me this piece of paper with hearts and stuff like that, which is
yes,
very, very appreciative as a mom. What is your
yes.
opinion? Okay, let's go to this question from Juan Nur Nadia Jam. What is your opinion on rewards giving as part of positive reinforcement? There are pros and cons in giving rewards, and what type of reward are you giving the children? Because sometimes when we give material things, it it gives them um the thinking that, oh, okay, I will do this because I can get something in return, you know
Yes,
so that might be
I can't hear you, Auntie Karisma.
my mic turned off, sorry. Did you hear everything or no? Nothing. No answer. Okay. So let's go to this question. What is
You
your
have
opinion on
to repeat
rewards?
again.
Yes. What is your opinion on rewards giving as part of positive reinforcement? For me, there are pros and cons to this because sometimes if we overdo in giving material things, our children tends to do things just because they will get something in return. All right, so now there will be no like effort to do it just because they want to do it. The effort now will be based on the reward that they will be getting. So for me, the best reward that you can give to your children is praises, appreciate them with
Yes.
words, yes,
Mm-hmm.
simple notes. But if They have done something remarkable, not in the ordinary things that they do in their daily life, something remarkable. That's the time we can give them something like toys, give them some material things. But as I said, please do not overdo in giving them rewards as material things, because in return, they might think that, okay, I will be doing this only if I can get a new toy. So there will be conditions in doing things. All right. So that's my point of view in giving rewards. How about you, Auntie Biha? Do you have any thoughts on that? How about you? If those who are here, we have about 27 of you. What is your point in giving rewards? Because me, I have three children, and I have, you know, managed to balance my rewards in terms of um, positive reinforcement and like giving them praises. That is my appreciation. But of course, when they do something that is um, remarkable and extraordinary, then I give them material things. I don't want my children to be too materialistic. Mm-mm. I think Auntie Biha is having problem with their internet, but we are still going to continue with this. Now, a little goes a long way. Even the smallest things can turn into routines that your children will treasure as they get older. By spending time with your children at a pace that is comfortable for the both of you, you can transform free moments into memories. That is what we need to do. We need to create memories with our children, especially now that they are still young. Because when they grow older, you will miss that moment. Making your child the center of your attention for even a short while will go a long way. You know, when your child is telling you some stories of what happened in school, put down your phone. Don't pay attention to the text message that you receive from your friend, from your colleague, or from your boss. Let them wait. Your child must come first. All right? Especially if you are at home already. Make that effort that you pay attention to what they are doing. Pay attention to them. All right? Yes, Auntie Biha is back. What is happening? Signal is yes. Thank you, Ponzura Camilla, for agreeing to what I'm saying. I do hope that all of these tips that we are giving you, please use them. And I hope that we can help you by doing this. All right, let's read from Juan Nadia. I wholeheartedly support the act of showing appreciation through children's drawings. Such gestures play a significant role in boosting their confidence and self esteem. When children feel valued and appreciated, they develop a sense of gratitude and become more appreciative themselves. Very true, Juan Nadia. Thank you for sharing that. And when you start small, like now that your children are
Now,
still
can you hear
young,
me?
they will definitely share that to their future families, inshallah. So, whatever it is that you're doing at home, you're building their character. Even in school, when our teachers are trying to help them and develop them, this will come a long way. Definitely. I can assure you and I can tell you. Now I have my children also was part of Brainy Bunch. One is also a kindergarten teacher. whatever that she picked up from home, she's doing it with her class. And that is one of the things that I appreciate because she learned it from our home. So she is now doing it to her children in school. Yes, Auntie Biha, can you hear us? Are you back? Yes, we can see her, but we cannot hear her yet. Again, parents, if you have any questions and comments, please don't hesitate to type it there because your voice matters to us as well. And we learn from each other. Even though my children are already in their adult stage, I still feel that I need to learn parenting. It's a never ending learning process. And whatever I experience with my children, I can share them with you. So those of you who wants to share their experiences with their families also, please do share. Yes. Sorry, I don't know if this is Juan or Enche, but it's far. Spending quality time or doing special activities or outing with them can be considered as rewards too. Yes, indeed. Like a short trip to your kampong and making it as a fun trip. Don't make it as a stressful trip because sometimes when we're too focused on the trip, we forget about the experience that we can get from that particular trip. What I do also with my children when we're stuck in the traffic, I always play number games with them when they were small. Or, the plate numbers, there are letters. What can you form a word with those letters? I always do that with them. And until now, we have that, like, oh, they see, for example, letters, and then they will just say, oh, that's this word. And for me, even they're already adults and we're still doing that in the car. I'm like so happy to do that with them. Okay, I think Auntie B is still having problem, but we're moving on. Now you can also make and eat meals with your children whenever possible. If time is limited, look for simple meals that require very little preparation. If you are free on a Saturday or on Sundays, make sure that you plan that with them. Oh, tomorrow I am free. I'm going to stay home. We are going to have lunch together. We use the word we. Always make them involved because they are part of the family. So make it as a routine that everyone should be involved. Let the daddies cut the vegetables as well, cut the onions and garlic. Please help make it as a family bonding. Yes, Auntie Biha, are you back? Can you say hello so we can check?
Auntie, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can. Yes, wash vegetables.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Can
can.
I continue?
Yes. Go ahead, continue.
Sorry. With your children whenever possible. If time is limited, look for simple meals that require very little preparation, or grab a healthy snack such as an apple and sit for a few minutes and chat with your child. This is a routine that is hard to keep up because of we as a working parent are often never home early for dinner together. But it is a commitment we need to make to show our children that they are more important than our work. As they grow up, meal times are often the only time they have to interact and have deeper conversations with mom and dad. When we establish a regular meal routine, our children often reciprocate.
Yes. And as we have mentioned, I've mentioned this many, many
Mm.
times. Have your daily routine. If you set this daily routine, definitely your children will follow through. Can you commit 10 minutes of your time with your child and do a daily routine? For example, in the morning, you start your day, you wake them up. Perhaps the two of you can do some stretches together, or remember to involve your child in preparation of breakfast. Plan your snacks and meals together, as what Auntie Bia said, or discuss
Mhm.
that day is coming. If it helps, use a timer to make sure that you are recording these precious moments. All right.
Okay, parents, you must go out, go play on the playground instead of wasting time on your phone or chit chatting with other parents, both of which I do very frequently. Organize the organize the hide and seek game yourself, or begin a slide style competition. Take turns sliding down the slide while striking various positions. Find out who is the best. Repeat. In the interest of spending quality time, it is acceptable to occasionally act foolishly.
Yes. Very true. I myself, when they were young, I always send them to the playground. You know why? Because that is where they can release all the energy they have in their bodies. Children, they have all the energy in the world. They never get tired. So for them to release all that energy, go to the playground, have a 30-minute time off with your phone, go to the playground, leave your phone there. Leave your phone at home and just go to the playground, let your children play, just be with them. Then go back. You know, that can be your daily routine as well. Another thing that we can give you
Yes.
as a tip is to take pictures together every day. Wow. You can even take
We
pictures
love
of
this,
your
Auntie
outfit
Karisma.
of the day, right? Outfit of the day, Wi-Fi, selfie, your phones are all smartphones already. My time, we don't have phones. Our phone before doesn't have cameras. How can I have that
Yes.
captured? Now you can capture this moment, and these are turned into memories, right? I think a lot of you are posting it on your social media accounts, and it's so nice to see how the two of you can giggle together. How you take your selfies can be hilarious, make faces, like all these things is, you can do it with your children. Hopefully, when you go over your photos, oh, you remember this day when we had this. These are turned into memories, right? So when you have a year's worth of pictures, make a photo book. Another love language is giving gifts. So think of how special it would be for your quality time loving children to receive a gift that documents your quality time, which is priceless. Auntie Biha, are you still with us? I hope Auntie Biha can make it until the end. We have a few more tips to give you, but if you can post uh, photos with your children, your selfie with your children, yes, folding clothes together. My children, they're very Montessori, as young as 7 years old, because we want a continuity of what they learn in school, right? So as young as 7 years old, they are assigned to do their own laundry. They hang their clothes. They put, it's washing machine. You can teach them how to separate their colored clothes to the white ones or the light ones. I ask them to do it on their own. So they have their days where when they can do their laundry. Until now, we are doing it on our own separately. You know, they hang their clothes, they fold their clothes. That is part of the routine that I teach them. Yeah. Yes, from far. Again, allow your child to spend time with their friends as a reward and set a time limit for this reward. Very true. You can even invite their friends to be in your home. For example, for this month, you're allowed to invite your friend once, for example. Make that, like, yeah, correct, as some sort of a reward, and I think that will boost their motivation level to do better and to do what you ask them to do, right? Another point here is you can also do workouts together. Consider regular exercise lengthens your life by years, increasing the amount of time you can spend with your partner. Additionally, you benefit from the new moments of bonding time that occur during everyday workouts. You can play tag with them, learn how to play um, soccer, shoot hoops. If your children are smaller, put them on swings and count how many swings they can make. Before this, I will tell, okay, last 10 swing, for example, because we've been in the playground for like an hour already. They don't want to go home. So I will tell them, okay, last 10 swings. But you know how they count? One, two. So it's like, another 30 minutes in the swing. But that also makes them feel that, oh, my mom is giving me extra love. Reconnect with your childhood roots, you know, return to the fundamentals of your youth. What games did you do when you were young? I teach my children the games that I play when I was young. So you can do that with them as well. And they're surprised that I can still play. And sometimes I can even play better than them. But that's a good bonding moment with them. All right. Um, Always remember that children needs touch. They always need your love. So what I can tell you is to create that moment where touching is a sense of belonging, and it reinforces the relationship of affirmation and security. It also reduces anxiety and stress. When you pick your children up, when you fetch them from school, a little tap, how are you? A tap on the back, shoulder, or even their head, that is soothing to them, reassuring to them. Hugging helps your children to have healthy self esteem and help them know that we understand how they feel. By hugging, also, you can help strengthen their immune system and teach your children how to give and receive. Now, research has shown that infants and young children who lack touch are less likely to thrive. So, give that touch to your children. Hence, I sometimes, when I'm driving, I have my son who is already um, going to be 18 years old soon. I will always like get his hand and I want to hold hands with him while I'm driving. And he will be like, "What are you doing, mom?" I said, "I just want to hold your hand." And he will be surprised. "Why are you doing this? I'm already big." I said, "No, you're still my baby." So give that affirmation to them. It's something nice. Yes, Auntie Biha, how about you? What are you doing with your son? I know you have a son too, right?
Yes. Sometimes I will, bring my son to library.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is for me is the steps towards spending time, quality time with my son. A library is a fabulous place for children but it is an even better one if you let them lead the way. Help them pick out books that they want to read, or let them choose one of their favorites from their collection at home so that they can read to you as a reward for going. Even if they are not reading to you, children can learn a lot from listening to books.
Yeah, sometimes Auntie Biha, they don't even know how to read yet, but they are
Mm-hmm.
just creating the stories based on the pictures that they see, right? On
Yes,
the book.
like
They will be like,
story,
oh, this one, that's so cute.
like
I
in the
miss
class
those
also,
moments.
right?
Yeah,
Sometimes you give storybook to them, they just open and just tell to their friends like this, based on the pictures in the books.
true.
Mm.
And remember, parents, quality time, not quantity, is the key to meaningful connections. Keep things straightforward and interact with your child in ways that fit your way of life and relationship. Every interaction leaves a lasting impression and gives your child the support and assurance they require.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Auntie Biha? I
Yes,
think you have
Auntie
another
Karisma.
tip. This is one of the most
Yes.
important tips.
Use your gadget the right way. Okay, put down your phone and tablet. This that goes for you and the child. How often have you seen in restaurants, parents and children staring intently at their devices instead of interacting with one another?
Guilty.
It is a loss. Yes, it is a lost opportunity to bond. But on the other hand, technology is a great way to bond with your child when you are not together or are overseas. Stay in touch and share happy moments, share secrets, use the tools they use, WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, and so on.
Yes, let's read the comment of Juanzura Camila. Drawing using watercolor together, cooking together, clean up the messy toys. Yes, those are good ways to bond with your children. Um, Even though I am not good in drawing before, when I draw for my children, they
Mm-hmm.
think that, wow, mommy's drawing is so nice. I'm like, okay, thank you. I don't know if you are really happy or not. I'm really bad at drawing. That's not my forte. But I try to do as much as I can. Um, I do a lot of arts and crafts with my children. And I think that they pick that up. Doing bracelets, doing beadworks and stuff like that. They really love to do that, especially um, girls, right? So
Goals,
they
yes.
love to do a lot of things. Their hands must always be moving. So I think there are a lot of ways that you can do with your children at home. And good try, Auntie. And this is art, beautiful painting. And you can, the only thing that we can say is that you spend your time with your children, quality time even though that's just 10, 15 minutes with them, make it quality. Meaning to say that your focus is with them, whatever you do is for them, and they will feel that sincerity in you. Children, they understand that my mom is busy, my daddy is overseas, not here with us because he needs to work. They understand that. But when you are around your children, make it a point that you connect with them. And that is very important. Okay?
Auntie Karisma,
Yes.
how about if maybe you can share some tips how you spend quality time with your children, because of some of us have you know more than one child.
Mm-mm.
So how actually from your experience?
So sometimes it's
Mm,
difficult because I have three children. One is saying something, the other one butts in, the other one gets angry, no time for me, always her. I have that. I have experienced that. So what I do is when I see them separately doing their thing, that is when I go to one. When I'm finished
mm,
doing my bonding moments with one, I go to number two. And after that, I go to number three. So I make it a point that I go around. See, like a Montessori teacher, we all go around. I still make it a point that I touch base each one of them, because
that's
like
good.
family dinner, you are together, you can say whatever, you can say your opinions, whatever it is that you want to share, it's there, you can talk about it as a family. But
Mm,
it's also different when you touch one by one. So like for me, I have one, my eldest is 21 years old already, but she will still come to me and tell me things that is bothering her, or things that she is appreciative of. So we have that moment. Before we sleep, I will always make it a point that I talk to my children.
mhm.
Oh, how are you today? What have you done today? Or even joke around with them. So I also sometimes bully my children, like, play around with them, make it fun all the time. But when they are there to open up to you and tell you what is really inside them, make sure that you are listening. Put down your
Mhm,
phone, stop whatever you're doing, come and talk to me. You can tell me what you feel inside you. Because
mm,
children, they also want someone who they can pour their hearts out. And we, as parents, we should always make it a point that our children can open up to us, good or bad. No judgment at all, right?
mm.
Yes, according to Juan Nur Liana Nasir, exercise and dancing with both. Oh, yes. Me,
Yes.
whenever we have gatherings, for example, our bonding moments will be singing. One will be playing the guitar, and everyone is singing together. That is our bonding moments as a family. A lot of things that you can do with your family. If you have small children, always
Mhm,
involve them in whatever you're doing. For example, you brought home some work and suddenly your child is bugging you and, like, want to get your attention. Get a piece of paper, give your child a pencil, doodle together. With that, you
yes.
already create an activity with your
Mm,
child, quality time with your child. While you're doing work, checking something, you're doodling something with your child, that's already a good quality time with them. All right? Any other questions or comments? Auntie Biha, do you have any other questions for me? And remember, your children are still small. Create those memories with your children.
yes. Auntie Karisma. One
Mhm.
more thing is actually we can spend time together with our child after we perform our prayer, Maghrib or Isha, at night, uh, and then spend time to recite Quran together. It is
Yes.
also good. Uh, we have to do that with our children, because of some of like me, every day I just have only I think maybe 1 hour or less than 1 hour to spend time with my child,
Mm-mm.
because we go back uh, to our home very late sometimes, and then we have to go outstation. So whatever it is, we have to find at least a few minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes is good enough.
Yes, true. And now that you've mentioned, like praying together, reciting
Mm,
some surah together,
mm,
you can also check your children with their mukadam. Okay, because we
yes.
are teaching them mukadam in school. Now, how are you going to check them with their level? Is for you to buy the mukadam book. If you can purchase this at Malakat Mall, then you can have one copy at home. You can check their mukadam, spending quality time with your children.
Mm,
Have the books that we have in school, you can buy them and continue it at home. So I suggest that parents must have a copy of our Mukadam book at home so that you can check with your children as well. Okay?
okay.
And
Yes.
actually, Auntie Biha, this weekend is the start of our sports
Sports day.
day. Yes. So we are going to see everyone, all our children, parents, having fun together on our sports day. And I think we have covered quality time, you know. Uh, Here are two more recommendations for using love
Okay.
languages. Teach your children the different love languages. Love
Mm-hmm.
languages, you can have time, service, affirmations, words of affirmations, and stuff like that. Teach this to your children. That would be a wonderful gesture of kindness to teach your child how to express love as well. I hope that we have, oh yeah, sports day. I hope that we have given you some great tips that you can use at home. And if you're using it at home already, mashallah, alhamdulillah, our children needs quality time with their parents. So don't forget to follow the tips that we have given you. Auntie Bihan, anything you want to say before we end?
Thank you so much for listening. And Auntie Karisma, see you next weekend on the next
Oh,
weekend.
next week. All right.
Yes, I will go there.
Okay. I will see you because normally Auntie Biha, we will see we will see her only when we have big events, right? Never mind. Next time
Yes,
I'll go to Terengganu and visit you.
yes,
Regards to
please
our
come to
teachers
our
there.
campus. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Inshallah,
Mm,
inshallah, I will visit. All right. Thank you so
Inshallah.
much for spending your night with us. And don't forget, every Wednesday is our FB live sharing session. Next week will be our international school. So watch out for that. And thank you to Uncle Bud. Thank you to Auntie Mawar and Auntie Alpha, to all of our
You,
teachers who
but
are watching right now, to all our parents. Thank you again for staying tuned in our FB live sharing session. Wassalamu alaikum. Have a good evening. Bye.
bye.
Thank you so much.
What is the best education system for the future of our children? Where can I get the best education for my children? When they grow up, will they be a good person and a good Muslim? These are some of the concerns parents have, especially for those with small children. These are also the same questions my wife and I had. From there, the idea of opening a holistic education institute using the Montessori method came to life with Brainy Bunch. The main mission of Brainy Bunch is to train and nurture 1 million children who are obedient to the commandments of Allah and practices the sunnah of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are 5 main things that are nurtured in students of Brainy Bunch. Love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, love of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, love to parents, love of the heaven, love of the ummah. A school that uses the Montessori method is different from a school that uses a traditional method. The Montessori method believes that children do not need to be forced to learn, and this system of education is very fun. With that, students are always motivated to learn. This concept is very suitable with the fitrah of a child which yearns for a positive environment in teaching and learning. Through this method, the potential of a child can be developed and their self-confidence can be improved. Each class has only 15 children. This is to ensure that teachers can give their full attention to students during the teaching and learning session in class. The Montessori method combines 3 age groups in one class, which are 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, until 9-year-olds, and beyond. This concept allows all the students to lead and mentor the younger ones. The use of English as a language of instruction during the process of teaching and learning in school is a decision made to master the current world language. We do not give the title teacher, but we use the title auntie and uncle at Brainy Bunch because teachers are a part of our families. The best of man is the one most beneficial to others, a hadith narrated by Muslim. At Brainy Bunch, we believe that each child has a big potential to become someone successful and useful in the future. As parents who love and care for their children's education, we have to find a method and a school that is the best for our children. With a complete education, inshallah, we will be able to produce children who want to be as great as Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Umar al-Khattab, and Abdul Rahman bin Auf, who used their wealth for Islam and the Ummah. 6 qualities of the Sahaba which will be instilled in all students of Brainy Bunch are: faithful towards the kalimah tayyibah, la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah; have khushu' and khudu' in salah; knowledgeable and practices zikrullah; praises all Muslims; performs ibadah with a sincere niyat; preaches people to Allah and spreads their knowledge. Let's all change for our children's future. Give them a chance to become a preacher of Allah, continuing the work of the prophets, calling people to obey Allah and follow the way of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam through the guidance of the Sahaba and the Salihin. Give the best to your children. Register now at www.brainybunch.com/register.